The purpose of the distort transform command is to allow you to take your shape and sort of change it however you see fit. Really, you're just going to take those transformation handles and just reposition them anywhere you want, and the shape within them will just keep up. So let's take a look at this. Let's go over to Edit, jump down to Transform, and choose Distort. And now I can take my handles and I can just move them anywhere I want. There are really no restrictions here. Now, if I hold down the Alt key and I drag, I get the same behavior reflected across my reference point. Again, if I drag and move the reference point anywhere, then my behavior will start to get a little more interesting as the shape tries to rotate around that. Now let me hit Escape because things are getting a little bit crazy. We'll go back down to Transform and go back down to Distort. But really, again, the idea here is just that you're kind of breaking all the rules, and you're saying, I just want to reshape this in some very particular manner. It is extremely handy if you have something like a square shape that you need to fit onto a particular shape in the distance loop. For instance, if I start off with just this square, but I need to fit it directly onto a photograph of something like a billboard or something like that, I can just simply go over to Distort, and I can move the corners to the exact corners of the billboard and the photograph. And if there was something like this, then everything just lines up. So it's a very, very easy way to handle tasks like that. Now, same thing with the sides. I can just grab the sides and position them however I want. No big deal. If I hold down the Shift key, I am changing the behavior slightly in that I am only dragging either along one edge or along another. What does that mean? Notice that in this particular case, my corner here has one edge leading up and to the left, and then another edge leading down and to the right. And if I hold down Shift, it's like I'm just sliding that point in the same direction as those edges. And there is a little bit of a pop once I make it back to the point where they would intersect one another, so at the original location of the shape. But again, if I'm not holding Shift down, I can put this wherever I want. So that is a rundown of Distort. It's very easy to really destroy your shape doing this. You want to be careful of doing things like this. You'll notice that if I try to pull this point in too far, Photoshop says, no, you can't do that. So everything's fine until I get to around a straight line, and even that starts to kind of warp and distort what's going on. You got to be careful of that. But if I go in too far, Photoshop just breaks, and then when I try to press enter, it says could not transform because the required transformation isn't supported. And basically what that means is you've made some sort of a concave shape. And in this case, concavity, basically saying that I have a shape that a line would go into and come back out of and then re-enter. If you're unfamiliar with the concept of geometric concavity, then that's basically what it means. If we make a shape which is kind of shaped like, sort of like the letter C or like a delta, that's a concave shape. And Photoshop says, no, you can't do that. So you can't grab a corner and pull it way up inside, or things start to get a little silly. So that will wrap things up for this video. Thanks for watching.